Hey guys, I'm Megan. Welcome to our new series called Big and Strong. We are so glad you're here joining us this week. In this series, we are going to learn about people in the Bible who learned they could be big and strong because of God. We will focus on the fact that no matter what we face, we can be courageous and strong because of who God is and the love He has for us. Let's start by singing a song about our memory verse found in 1 Corinthians 16:13. It says, "Be on guard, stand firm in the faith. Be courageous, be strong." Let's sing it together. That was a great song. Our memory verse reminds us that God says we can stand firm in our faith because God is so much greater than everything. We don't have to be afraid because we have Him on our side. To help us understand this, we are now going to watch our Bible story and hear about someone who had to remember what God says. Let's check it out.
Stories of the Bible. The Walls of Jericho. This is Joshua.
Oh, hey.
Joshua was the leader of the Israelites, who God used to bring His people to the Promised Land.
Yeah, let's do this.
When God told Joshua it was time to take the Promised Land, Joshua sent spies into the city of Jericho. While those spies were in Jericho,
Come on!
they were protected by a woman named Rahab. The spies promised to spare Rahab and her family when they took back the land.
Yay!
And she hung a scarlet cord from her window to remind them of their promise.
See you soon!
Now the Israelites had crossed the Jordan and were camped near the town of Jericho.
Hey!
Hello.
One day, Joshua looked up,
Huh?
and there was a man standing before him.
Hello.
The man said, "I am the commander of the army of the Lord." Joshua asked what the man wanted to tell him, and the Lord said He wanted Joshua to take the city of Jericho,
All right.
but that Joshua needed to follow his instructions exactly.
You got it.
Jericho was shut for fear of the Israelites.
Anyone home? Yeah, well.
No one came out and no one came in. So the Lord told Joshua to gather his soldiers and march around the city for 6 days.
Mark.
The priests were to take the Ark of the Covenant, and 7 priests were to go in front of it, blowing a ram's horn. On the 7th day, they were to march around the city 7 times and blow the horn. Then all the people of Israel were to give a great shout,
Then what?
and then the city walls would fall.
Whoa! Yeah, let's do it.
So Joshua said, "Shout, for the Lord has given you the city." And the people did shout. and the walls did fall.
Let's go!
The Israelites overtook the city of Jericho as God had commanded.
Rahab!
They remembered Rahab because of her faithfulness. Joshua was faithful in carrying out God's commands, and the Israelites took many other cities as God told them they would.
Oh, nice!
For God will never fail to fulfill his promises. So the Israelites came to live in the land that God had promised Abraham, Isaac, Israel, Joseph, and Moses many years ago.
What a great Bible story. That Bible story helps us to better understand how we can be big and strong because of God. God will always help us get through any scary and hard situation. Now let's continue to learn more about how God helped people in all sorts of situations. To better understand this, Greg has decided to go on a journey of fitness training to learn what it really means to be big and strong. Let's check it out and see what he's up to this week.
Woo! Hey everybody, I'm Greg, and this is Big and Strong. For the last few years, I've been lazy. I've been sitting on my couch, eating junk food, and playing video games. But today is a new day. All the hard work starts here, going to the gym. So follow me, Greg, and my cameraman, Dan, as we start this incredible transformation. Come on, Dan, we're going to the gym. Big and strong, big and strong. Come on, Dan. So I've been working out for about a week now, and I haven't been getting the results that I really want. So I decided to find something bigger and better. Dan, I introduce to you. Ladies and gentlemen, the Shake Weight 9000. Well, the Shake Weight 9000 is the real deal. Dan, let's go see our friend Billy for a little post-workout snack. Let's go. Hey friends, so I learned that getting healthy is a little bit more than just working out. It actually matters what you eat. So I brought in my good friend Billy to help me out with that.
Greg, how's it going? Good to see you.
Billy, it's going really well, and actually, I wanted to let maybe some of my friends know, what is it that you do?
So actually, Greg, I'm a dietitian.
Okay, I don't know what that means. But I do know what diet means.
Okay.
And diet is usually what you eat. And I've actually been on a very strict diet of the 3 Ps. Have you heard of the 3 Ps?
I actually haven't heard of the 3 Ps, but go ahead and tell me about
You'd
it.
think as a dietitian, maybe you would have heard of it. It's Pop-Tarts, popcorn, and Papa John's. So that was actually a strict diet I was on for most of my life.
Okay.
And I just cut all of it out.
Great, that's an awesome start. So
Yeah.
what are you actually adding back in now that you've gotten that out?
Right, so since I've been working out this past week, a lot of things have been changing. I actually switched to a mac and cheese diet, but with no cheese, just the mac. What do you think?
Well, so actually, Greg, you're gonna be still getting a lot of carbohydrates only with straight mac.
Carbs are, yeah, okay.
So what are you actually doing as far as protein to get that in?
I don't know. I don't really know what protein is.
Okay, Greg. So actually, protein is going to be that, macronutrient you're looking for to get back in after a workout. So when you tear down all this muscle, your body's going to need more protein to build you back up. So be thinking steak, eggs, chicken, maybe even a peanut butter and jelly that you can get in to help rebuild all that muscle.
Wow, that all sounds really good.
So actually, if you're super serious about working out, I have a product here that you can check out. This is called protein powder. So this is going to be fast absorbing protein that you can actually use to help really repair your muscle even faster after a workout.
Wow, so protein powder is just protein all in powder.
You got it. That is sounds, never heard it better myself. So basically we've got, I've got some water here, a shaker cup. So typically I usually mix 8 to 10 ounces of water. So we'll just do this right here. Standard water bottle works just fine. And we can go ahead and add into the shaker cup. Good amount of water. There's an ounce marker right on the side so you know how much you're using, and then you'll be able to Greg!
Bill!
You got this!
I need some
Greg.
water. The protein powder you can't just do like that, huh? All right, so I actually learned the hard way. You're not supposed to eat the protein powder straight. Billy, I got impatient there. I went for it.
Yeah, Greg, it happens to the best of us. We all want to add muscle really fast, but it's one step at a time, including maybe even adding water into the shake before just trying to.
Gotcha. I should have listened to you that time. And look at that. Right there, we got a good old-fashioned protein shake. And here's what I'm gonna do, Bill. I'm gonna drink this, and I'm gonna listen to you about how to eat healthy after my workouts, because if I try to do it by myself, it doesn't work.
Yeah, let's hope not.
Thank you, Bill.
You got it. Worried about you there, Greg.
It tastes good. It's better like this.
Better that way, yeah.
No powder. It's really tasty, actually.
Oh boy. Easy, Greg. Not again. You all right there, buddy?
Wow, that's really good.
Okay.
Thanks, Bill.
Yeah, worried there for a second.
Woo! That was a wild ride. Thanks to cameraman Dan for cleaning up our set. And again, big thanks to Billy for saving my life back there. But it really got me thinking. One of the great things about exercise is that it clears your head. A lot of the time, people are just drowning out their thoughts with loud music when they're at the gym. But I found that I do some of my best thinking while I'm pumping iron or on a run, doing whatever I'm doing. Now, lately, I've been thinking a lot about a true hero from the Bible, Joshua. Joshua was told by God to conquer Jericho, a large and powerful city with huge walls protecting it. Jericho was an impenetrable fortress, but God sent a messenger with specific instructions for Joshua and the Israelites. The Israelites were told to march around the walls of Jericho for 6 days, blowing horns as they did. Now, they obeyed God's instructions, and on the 7th day, the Israelites once again marched around the city and blew their horns. When the time came, the army of Israel let out a great shout, and the walls of Jericho crumbled before them. Now, I'm sure the Israelites yelled and played their horns really loud, but we all know there's no way they could have conquered Jericho all by themselves. It was God's big and strong power that brought the walls crashing down. Now, in life, God sometimes calls us to do things we can never achieve on our own. No matter how strong, smart, or rich we are, there are things in life that will always be bigger than us. Now, it's good to be healthy and go to the gym. I've been trying it and it's been working. Now, God wants us to be healthy and treat our bodies right, but it's important to remember that we can't do everything on our own strength. God's direction for our lives can sometimes be confusing, but even if we think we can do things better on our own, God's way is always the best way for us. Joshua and the Israelites followed God's instructions when they marched around Jericho, and they were rewarded for their obedience. If they tried to bring down the walls of Jericho with their own strength, they probably would have failed. And if they just gave up, they never would have been able to experience the blessings God had waiting for them in the promised land. So as you go through your life, don't try to do it all on your own. And if something seems impossible to you, take it to God and trust that His strength is far greater than our own. That's all I got for you guys today. I actually have a workout scheduled right now, so Dan, we gotta get on it. But hey, remember, it's never too late for a New Year's resolution. Think about the goals you have and take those goals to God. But thanks for watching Big and Strong, and remember, be encouraged, get motivated, and have a great week. Come on, Dan, let's go. Ah!
Wow, that was awesome. Greg was right. We can be confident in knowing that God loves us and wants to help us through all things. You can trust Him no matter what. Now let's see how much you can remember. And who better to test us than our furry friend, Space Scout? He's here to help us answer some challenging questions. See how many you get right. Check it out.
For thousands of years, people have looked up to the stars and wondered what's beyond. Thoughts of distant galaxies, strange planets, and possibly even life unlike any we've known on Earth. But no one could have ever imagined in the deep expanse of our universe lives one furry creature with 4 legs and a jetpack. Bah. His name is Space Goat, and he's here to help you, and he's here to help us, here to help us answer life's toughest questions. Who led the Israelites into the Promised Land? Was it A, Joshua? Was it B, Moses? Or was it C, Brad? That's correct. Joshua led the Israelites into the promised land. Great job. What color was the cord Rahab hung out of her window? Was it A, white? Was it B, scarlet? Or was it C, macaroni and cheese? Yes! The color of the cord that Rahab hung out of her window was scarlet. Well done, cadets. On which day did the walls of Jericho fall? Was it A, Christmas Day? Was it B, the 6th day? Or was it C, the 7th day? Well done, everyone. The walls of Jericho fell on the 7th day. Nicely done. Until next time, stay spacey, cadets.
Great job answering those questions. Well, that's it for this week. We're so glad you joined us. Remember who God is and the love He has for you. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.